guys, my name is Iggy and today I'm here at the KSI presser. I'm joined by the one and only Viddal Riley. Viddal, how's it going, my friend?
I'm good, man. I got here a bit late, so I missed everything, but I'm here.
You're here nonetheless. Yeah. KSI, of course, taking on Sim and Anthony Taylor. First off, what do you make of the matchup?
Hold on a second.
I think Leon's got it. What do you make of the matchup?
I think it's more for JJ to lose than for JJ to gain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when I said on Wrong Wheels that it's not anything that's gonna build his legacy, that's what I meant. Beating Tommy Fury builds his legacy. Fighting Amir Khan builds the legacy. This is more like people under my company are chatting shit to me, and I need to show them why I'm Mr. Misfits. I'm the boss. That's what this fight's really about. So he has to do that.
It's all going off.
It's going off.
I'm
keeping up.
In terms of yourself, you had a brilliant performance last time out against the WoW. You came under criticism that I completely thought was wrong. That it was a bit boring. You weren't active enough. Yeah. I thought you performed brilliantly. I thought the WoW couldn't get to you, outskilled him. What do you make of when you get comments like that?
I see their view. I'm very honest. Like, it wasn't the most fan-friendly fight, but it couldn't be because at the end of the day, I was winning. I broke my ribs in the first round, and I knew how the fight was. I was winning it. If I was up against it in a position where the rounds were close or the fight was going to be close, it would have forced me to have to do more. But because I knew I was winning, I knew the pain I was in, I knew he couldn't work out what I was doing, I kept it the same. It's not something to get used to because I do fight to entertain the people. I do fight to knock people out. But on that day, I had to switch the game plan last minute. So criticism, man. But we'll be back.
You were targeting that English title. Now that's held by Jack Massie. What did you make of that Chamberlain Massie fight?
I thought it was a very good fight. The fight went exactly how I expected it to go. As I got outboxed late in the fight. But I think him losing that fight brings our fight closer together.
I spoke to Chev Clark at the AJ presser. He believes he beats you.
Yeah,
of course he does.
As he should.
Yeah, as he should. Yeah. But what do you make of? Do you think that's a good matchup? Because he's been on a tear. I believe he's got a fight coming up. What do you make of you versus Chev potentially?
My plan, hopefully, my next two fights, ideally, is Isaac and then Chev. I'd like to fight Isaac first, because obviously we've been cooking that one for a minute. And Chev's obviously British champion. I still would like to be British champion. So to get Isaac and then get Chev, that would be a perfect wrap up of the UK scene, you know, and then we can move on to bigger ones.
Your rise in the recent 2 years or so since you've been back has been quite incredible. You've had your fights, you're climbing up those British rankings, and you're finally getting the respect you actually deserve with your amateur pedigree and your professional pedigree. Do you see yourself, as you said, within one or two fights, you'll be at that world level?
Not one or two. Not one or two. It'll be a few more. You know, I know my ability, but you can't buy experience. You can't pretend to have experience. You know, you can't borrow experience. So you have only one way to do it is to go for it. So I will talk with my team about that. But I know for sure I can clean up the people who are challenging to be the best in Britain right now, and that's Isaac and Chev. So I'm gonna make sure I handle that, and then thereafter.
Something I noticed about Sky is that obviously their boxer are kind of a newish promotion on the block. They don't use you as an influencer, but they do buy into that a little bit.
Yeah.
As a fighter, at heart, that's what you do, right? Yeah. Does that kind of get you a bit to look? Leave that aside. I'm a fighter, not a YouTuber.
No,
or is that what they kind of have to do?
Listen, man. So many fighters in the world are struggling to be promoted. Period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whatever way you're promoted, it's for me to keep showing the world that obviously I'm a credible fighter, and I do still upload YouTube videos. I've got my podcast, etc. So it is what it is. But where so many people struggle to even be spoken about, the fact I'm spoken about,
that's good.
I'll take it.
Couple more from me. Don't want to keep you too long. Ben Shalom, he comes under a lot of fire quite a bit from Liam Smith, especially recently. He's your promoter. He's who you've worked with. What is it like working with him in front of the camera and also behind the scenes?
I feel like Ben, like I said, anyone new to the scene is always going to get a lot of stick because no one likes a new face. No one likes having to share anything with anyone. But for me, he listens to what I say. You know, my management 258 also communicate with him to get over the line what we want to get over the line. And I feel like I'm entering that position in my career now where we're going to really see how being with the boxer stable is of help to me.
Yeah.
You know, they've helped me build my career, of course, in the UK to where I am now. But now we're getting into those big fights, those co-main events, those main events. So this is really where we're really going to see, how it goes.
I saw something on Twitter actually that Wade said about the YouTube boxing space. That obviously a lot of the bigger names aren't actually fighting anymore. It's harder to get them in the ring. Do you believe that maybe that is the sign that this is coming to a slowdown, or do you reckon it's going to pick its pace back up?
What with the crossover?
With Misfits and everything.
It only takes one fight, innit?
Yeah.
It only takes one fight to bring it back. But I do see what he's saying because it's hard to get people in the ring because you got to pay, innit? You got to pay, and if you don't pay, you're not going to get them in, and it's a business, so you can't put out more than you get in. You know what I'm saying? So it only takes one fight, though. But Wade is right. It is going like this, and I think that's because the fight with JJ and Jake is stretched for so long that everyone's kind of just waiting around for that. So,
Finally, from me, what next for Viddal Riley in the coming months?
hopefully, fight at the end of the year. I'm recovering right now from the ribs. 2 have healed. One's still getting there. Still training, practicing, getting better, and then as soon as I get the all clear from the doctor, hopefully October, November, you can get back in the ring and decide as a Chamberlain fight.
Can't wait.